Imagine your model writes a summary that says a car, and the reference answer says an automobile. Same meaning, right? Well, the old metrics we use to grade generated text would mark that as a miss because they only reward the exact same word. BERTScore, from a paper by Zhang and colleagues in 2019, was built to fix precisely that. Instead of matching words, it matches meaning. Let's walk through how it works and why it lines up so much better with what a human reviewer would say. So before we get into the machinery, let us pin down the exact problem BERTScore is solving. Older metrics like BLEU and ROUGE score text by counting overlapping words. That is fast and simple, but it is brittle. Swap in a synonym, reorder a phrase, or paraphrase the same idea a different way, and the score drops even though the meaning is identical. These metrics literally cannot tell that car and automobile are the same thing, because the letters do not line up. BERTScore takes a different route entirely. Rather than comparing surface words, it compares what each word means in context. It runs the text through a language model that has learned meaning, so two different words that point at the same idea end up close together. The metric rewards agreement in meaning, not agreement in spelling, which is much closer to how a person would actually judge the answer. Now let us trace a single candidate and reference pair through the whole computation, step by step. Everything starts by turning words into meaning. Both the candidate text and the reference text get pushed through a pre-trained model like BERT, which gives every token a contextual embedding. Because it is contextual, the same word gets a different vector depending on the sentence around it, so meaning and context both get captured. Next comes the matching step. Each token in the candidate is paired with the single most similar token in the reference, measured by cosine similarity between their embeddings. It is a greedy match, one token to its best partner, and the same thing runs in the other direction too, from reference back to candidate. Then, those similarity scores get averaged together. Averaging the best matches from candidate to reference gives you precision, and averaging the other direction gives you recall. High similarity across the board means the two texts really are saying the same thing. Finally, the metric reports the numbers you actually use. Precision, recall, and an F1 that balances the two. Because every step rode on embeddings that understand meaning, a good paraphrase scores high, and a confused answer scores low, just like a human grader would decide. Strip it down, and three ideas carry the whole method. Meaning instead of letters. BERTScore replaces exact word matching with contextual embeddings. So words are compared by what they mean in the sentence rather than by whether the characters are identical. Matching to best partners. Each token is greedily paired with its most similar counterpart by cosine similarity, and that pairing folds cleanly into precision, recall, and an F1 score. Paraphrase awareness. Because embeddings capture meaning in context, synonyms match and ambiguous words get disambiguated, which is why BERTScore tracks human judgment better than word overlap metrics. All right, let us lock in the essentials. BERTScore evaluates generated text by comparing meaning, fixing the biggest weakness of BLEU and ROUGE, which only reward exact word matches. Both candidate and reference are embedded with a contextual model, so every token carries what it means in its sentence. Tokens are matched greedily by cosine similarity and averaged into precision, recall, and an F1 score. Because it understands paraphrase, it correlates better with human judgment than n-gram metrics at the cost of needing a model to run. Want more of these AI ideas explained without the jargon? That is exactly what we do over at Standarity.com. Come say hello.